So a couple quick tips. Once you get the bracket out of the car, there's a release. See if you can see it or not. It's right in here. It's a blue tab. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But I already have it kind of loose. I didn't want to waste all your time. So you're going to be able to get to the blue tab on the left side and the right side, right in there. You just push them down with just a number 1 screwdriver bit. Then it slides back. This is the tab right there. Okay, so you're just gonna push down on that one. That's the radio release. Okay, got it. Next thing, this comes out when you're pulling it out of the car. We're gonna have to cut all this. Oh, well, I'm not sure if we're gonna get rid of this, but we're definitely gonna get rid of this and this. So your HVAC unit sits right in here. You need to knock the tabs out right here and here. There's 4 screws that go in there. We're not using those anymore because the screen fills this whole area. So you also need to clear it up a little bit down in here, which I did. But then when you go to put the bracket in, put it on the radio and try to mount it, I would imagine the bracket is supposed to push, against this lip right here, and then the radio's on the other side of the lip, so it's kind of squeezing the radio on both sides. The problem is there's nothing, when it's installed correctly, there's nothing for that one to line up on, and there's nothing for that one to line up on. So that's one thing I noticed with this. The other thing, when the radio sits in the tray, it has a lip right here. So if that sits flush, then the radio sits flush in the car. So from here to here though, and this is not level when you look at it. So the radio tries to teeter-totter across this nub right here. So I'm not sure if they wanted you to, I don't think they wanted you to mill it. I'm sure they don't even want you to use a stock one. They probably make a replacement. Nobody told me about one, and if there is, I might buy it. I can probably get this one to work, but I'm going to knock these nubs down just in case you do it the same way as me. I'm going to make it level from here to there so that when the radio actually sits in this trough, it sits flush this way and not like that, like it wants to be. Because you can actually teeter-totter the radio like this on these nubs right here. So I'll let you know what I come up with. In the box, the installation kit comes with 2 brackets, 2 side radio brackets, a tray, and 10 Phillips head screws. They're number 2 screws. So pretty simple. There's a left, there's a right. So obviously left and right of the car. All right, the bracket, 3 holes and 2 flange endings, pretty much line up like that, right side on the right side. Yeah. Go over to the other side, left side tab. This tray has a tab right there and a tab right there. Those 2 tabs line up with the notch right there and the notch right there. So you drop the tray in like that on those tabs. The next 4 screws go in the sides, right here. So anyways, there you go. Here's what I came up with for right now. As you can see, it's not going anywhere, right? It's solid. It does sit flush the way it's supposed to. It does sit down in that plastic tray the way it's supposed to, but I'm only using 1 screw right there. This one doesn't really line up. I could force it and get it to go. This one doesn't line up. I could force that and rasp it out with a file or something. Same thing on this side. So I'm not really sure how this thing is supposed to orient. You can see, we'll notice once we get it in the car, but it does fit the way it's supposed to along the top of the vent shield. and when you slide the, not the vent shield, the cup holder, and when you slide the cup holder in, the gap here is nice and clean, it's all consistent. So visually and mechanically, it's tight and it's correct, but probably could be better. Maybe they sell a different one of these, I'm not sure. I'll be looking into that, but I'm going to finish the install, get it up and running, and then it's simple to pull this part back out now that all the wiring and everything's done in the car. A couple other things you're going to need to address in the radio cavity. You're going to have to take this bracket out. There's going to be a T5 down here. Oh, it might have been a Phillips. And a T5 down there. So then it'll just pull out. Now these clips down here, they're riveted into the bracket. And those are not going to fit with the new radio. So this ground is also a pain to get off. That's on the side of the radio when you go to pull it out. So, I'll show you what we got here. You're also going to have to relocate your HVAC unit. So you're going to have two rivets right there. Same thing on the other side right there. They hold these spring clips in that hold the radio down, and that's for the small earlier style radios, so that's not going to work. But we are going to need to reuse this bracket. This is the original radio headset and its rear supporting bracket. It's got these two clips. You're going to have to go in the side, drill out the two pop rivets, take the clip out, same thing the other side, two pop rivets, boom boom, pull it out. We're going to reuse this bracket.